We are back here on the Ankh Fetvlogs. So, the next topic is going to be an interesting one. I really wanted to cover this for a while. So one of the things that I've been wanting to talk about recently was there is a discourse in the industry, and when I say industry, I'm referring to the porn industry, where males are kind of looked at as undesirable, and it kind of irritates me on a level that no one could possibly understand of why I'm so angry about that. So, years ago, I wanted to break out into the porn industry. I wanted to actually do porn, because I thought it was an interesting thing. Now, I'll get to why the discourse exists. Right? I'll get to that in a minute. But I really want to talk about the sheer fact that, like, in the porn industry, people view males as only in the porn industry to get their dick wet. That's the only thing that they are viewed as. They are viewed as dudes that are trying to use the community in order to get, like, free sex. And that's not, or a free session or something like that. And that's not really what everybody is there for. Are there people out there that are like that? Yes. Yeah, no, that's a real thing. But I believe that this toxic view of males is also a problem, because here's the thing. Women aren't viewed the same way men are. They're not viewed as like just wanting sex or anything like that. They're not viewed that way. But, and there's a heavy caveat to this. It is felt that it is okay if they want it to be. And on a personal scale, that kind of makes me upset. And I'll explain why. Because let me give a story, and then I can go from there, because I think it'll be easier to really explain. Years ago, I was curious about getting involved in porn. I wanted to understand how to break out and to learn more about, like, what I would have to do in order to, do porn. And what happened is that I went to this one particular company that was doing, I forget what company it was. But I asked them about it, and I was like, hey, how do I, like, work with a group to build up a name? I just want to, like, either work on camera work or something like that, or like, I want to be able to to learn the basics like an apprenticeship. That's what I wanted to learn, right? I was like, I mean, if you guys need an actor, I can do that. Like, I just want to learn. The response that I got is, well, we really don't accept men. Mind you, the person talking to me was a man. And I go, what? Why? Well, most of our actors, they have to pay to be in our videos. Wait, hold on. So you're paying your actors your actors are paying you to be in the video? Yeah, because we, like, get different guys, but, like, we make them have to pay, like, $500 to work with us. Why? What do you mean, why? Why? Why would you charge them? Do you charge the women like that? No, because we need them. So let me get this straight. So you're only charging the men X amount of money to be to be in your video, but you're not charging the women to be a part of your video. The fuck is happening here? And then they were like, well, because we're not here to be, like, your free little fucking ground. What? I was really confused by this, because I didn't quite understand what the fuck was going on. And then, like, after being in the, like, after some years and paying attention to the porn industry and how independents have broken out and gotten up there, I've realized that the culture that the porn industry created is what they also don't like. Yes, the porn industry, and when I say porn industry, I'm not talking about independent creators. I'm talking about actual LLC corporations that have their own porn business. So, like, those major websites and shit like that, right? Those major porn groups like Kinked and shit like that. They created the toxic discourse and are saying they don't like the toxic discourse. Mind you, those men that are in the industry, listen to how they talk about women. Some of them are really gross motherfuckers. There was a conversation between two guys that I had met here in my local community who were porn actors at one point, talking about, like, oh yeah, I fucked her. Yeah, like, the pussy was all right. Excuse me? Dude, why are we having that conversation? Why are we having that conversation? Males in the community want to understand why they're looked down upon, why they're treated like shit, why the fuck they are looked at as the problem. Point in case. For some reason, the toxic male culture that is in porn was created by said industries and is not accepted by said industry. The fuck? So you have guys that literally do, like, degrade and talk shit about women. Right? You have these people that fucking exist. Ones that talk about, oh, you'll never make it because you're independent. Yeah, no, that's a real thing. But then those same said people would not help a man because they're a man. So what you're telling me is that the industry is only interested in getting their dick wet. And the males that are actually trying to learn about the industry and actually try to make it in said industry, you're not going to give help to, but you're going to try to push this toxic, incelish fucking thought process culture. The fuck? See, here's the thing, right? The industry makes ridiculous fucking standards because they don't want it to be, and I would guess it's because they don't want it to be flooded. But guess what? The industry is not necessary anymore. Guys, here's the thing that I really want to bring up, right? Kinked. Kinked, what is that one major company, Ultimate Surrender and shit like that? None of that shit is necessary anymore. That shit isn't necessary anymore. The industry is now made up of individuals, which is interesting because you can gain fucking notoriety for being in the industry with people with individuals who brought themselves up. And those people can raise up others by having them star in their videos. Like, we're at a point where the industry is obsolete. The industry itself is fucking trash. Because what the mainstream industry, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Let me bring this up, right? And I'm going to point this out. Tell me the last time that you watched a video made by an individual. Whether it be Ella Rain, Diaper Perv, fucking Lolly Lalas, AgePlay 24/7, those videos that are not made by industry big people, that are not made by the gigantic porn companies. Tell me, the last time you watched it, did you think it was fucking hot? Did you enjoy it? it hit a little bit different than just going online and finding some porn movie from like several years ago, right? It's the reason why porn stores can't sell DVDs. The only one buying the DVDs is some old dude who is still wearing a jumper. And when I say jumper, I mean like a tracksuit going, "What up, player? Let me holler at ya." That's the industry now. That's the ridiculousness of it. Like, the industry itself is pointless. It's pointless. The industry has not evolved. It's still with the same culture that it was before. It's still a toxically male-driven culture. How do you know? Do you guys remember Kitty Catherine? I do. She was used to have a YouTube channel, did a lot of modeling. She actually did some diapered and spanked and diapered videos. Like, she was really fucking cool. The industry got this woman to kill herself. Like, if you know Kitty Catherine's story, the industry was the reason why she took her own life. Because they told her she was trying out for some major porn company. And the guy that interviewed her had a problem with the fact that she had a blemish on her body. A blemish. I'm sorry, the last time I checked, no one cares about that. Except for those assholes. The ones that constantly push the fucking toxic culture and then try to pretend like, "Oh, well, we don't like the toxic culture." Fuck you. Yes, you do. Because you're still pushing it. Want proof that the industry is still pushing toxic culture? Get to this shit. If you do porn that they deem undesirable, like taboo porn and shit like that, right? They will smear campaign you. They will smear campaign you. And you have groups, individual groups, people that are in the industry, people that have their own, like, independently started fucking companies that try to do that shit as well because they want to be recognized by the bigger fucking groups. So what they'll do is that they'll go out there and start pushing nonsensical factors, nonsensical talking points, such as, if you do ABDL, then that's obviously meaning that you deal in fantasy. Kind of sounds like I'm talking about diaper babes, right? Because I absolutely am. They believe, and I think you guys have probably seen me talk about this before. They believe that if you do ABDL content, then you're a freak that's dealing in fantasy. And we don't deal in fantasy. We deal in reality. Oh, you deal in reality? So does that mean that all your models are underage? Is that what you're trying to fucking say? Because porn is supposed to be role play. So then what the fuck are you talking about? Let alone, did he go over there, he says, "Yeah, we don't put pacifiers in our mouth." Fucking show him a picture of the pacifier in the mouth of one of his fucking models. And then he quickly went to delete it. After I called this motherfucker a clown. It's fucking stupid. It is fucking stupid. Oh my god. Like, this is the type of shit and the type of problem that we have out there. Let me see. Yep. Or no. It's not Diaper Babes. It's Diaper Dare. That's what it was. Diaper Dare. That's what it was. Diaper Dares. Let me correct myself. It wasn't Diaper Babes. It's Diaper Dares. Diaper Dares is the one that did that. Because, if I'm not mistaken, I am blocked by Diaper Dares. Yeah, I am. I'm blocked by Diaper Dares because I made their fucking person look like a fucking clown. And ever since then, they got real salty and left. Fuck them. Like the biggest issues that I see in the community, one of the biggest things is that we like we as a community need to be better about ourselves. We need to not accept fucking toxic culture. And when people go out there and then they beg to be a part of the major industry, that's ignorant, in my opinion. Let it die out the way that it was supposed to, and let the individuals go out there and make their content. You know why? Because their content is hot anyway. Let me give you my pros and cons of the industry, right? One of the things that I notice is that the industry looks at males as a problem because of the fact that they believe that everyone is as toxic as they are, right? Which isn't true. Some of us, like, for instance, I know for a fact that I have friends that do porn that are making their money off of porn. That's just a fact. That's just something that actually does happen. Out of those friends, right? All of them are really great people. Normally, like I've hung out with them. They're all really, really awesome people. But I feel that the industry in itself has tainted the view of men even amongst individual creators, which is accurate. Because the reason why it was damaged is because a lot of terrible people are the loudest ones to be out there. It's a problem. And those loud ones are the ones that cause problems for everybody else. This is why I want there to be more discourse and conversation, because I feel that is more necessary than anything else. There needs to be conversation and discourse. Not every guy is out there to get laid. Like, I can guarantee that's not every man. But it is viewed in said way because of the fact that we're still viewing people based on body shape, whether they're desirable or not. That's what created the toxic culture in porn in the first place. We need to move away from that. We really do. We really need to move away from toxic culture. We just need to. It's not hard. In the porn industry, all you have to do to move away from that culture is to not perpetuate the talking points of those people. Because those people are the ones that perpetuate the nonsense all the time. Oh, your body has a blemish. Oh, you're not exactly what we're looking for. Like, we need to stop doing that. We really do. I'm not saying for everyone that has a porn question to run up to you and say, oh, well, I have like, you're supposed to answer their question. No, they're supposed to figure it out. But let them know that they're supposed to figure it out. Like, tell them, like, hey, I can't really tell you on how to make your success. That's just not what I do. But I can tell you in the direction for you to look towards and for you to try to help you figure it out. That's how you do it. That's really how you do it. That's how you go about it. It's about marketing. It's about being able to show that you are an honest to God good person. It's not about telling people that because of a blemish, you'll never make it in the industry. That's gross fucking behavior. But that's what the mainstream industry did. We still have people that help try to perpetuate such toxic culture too. We are far beyond that. But let's talk about the blacklisting that the industry does. That's actually kind of gross. So let's say that you do ABDL porn. they will try their damnedest to blacklist you or blackball you because you do that type of porn. Not like, mind you, the industry is constantly talking about how people need to understand that there's nothing wrong with sex and there's nothing wrong with porn and stop villainizing it. But you villainize it. That's the thing that I don't understand. The people that are claiming that you need to learn more, they're telling the natural public that they need to learn more, perpetuate fucking ridiculous ass talking points. Where they're just like, I didn't like that type of porn. Okay, that's wonderful for you, but that is still making money. It is not, like, it is a role play type porn. No different than any other fucking thing that you do. For fuck's sake, the mainstream industry, right? The mainstream industry goes out and fucking publishes porn with teacher student or I fucked my stepmom. They make those videos. They make references to ABDL. They make references to AgePlay. They make references to all this shit. But then they come out there and then they fucking come out and be like, well, I got an issue with the fact that you wore a diaper in this porn. Excuse me? Excuse me. They will go out of their way to try to blackball somebody because of the fact that they participated in a kink that maybe the cameraman didn't like or something. That's stupid. That's stupid. Then go out there and say, why is everybody villainizing us? Please, man. Like, you can't. That's like literally saying I'm for people running over people with cars, then get run over by a car. Well, I never thought that the car would run me over. The fuck? Like, guys, no. We can't do this. We can't do that. Like, stop villainizing kink only when you feel that it's appropriate. The porn industry is filled with, and when I say industry, I'm not talking about individual creators. I'm talking about models who only work with high-end companies. Stop villainizing porn and villainizing kink, but being okay when you do it. Who the fuck are you? This is why I said, let the industry die and let the individuals thrive. The industry, they are so out of touch, it's not even funny anymore. Because it's like, tell me, when was the last time you watched a porn movie and was like, yep, that's some good vanilla sex? Tell me, when was the last time that you actually watched that and enjoyed it? Again, unless you are some old dude in a tracksuit going out there, what up, player? What's good? What's good in the hood? Oh, God. My thing is like, and if you think that I know you're probably like, why does he keep saying the tracksuit and saying what up, player? Because, no joke, the old guys here, the old black dudes here are fucking hilarious. What up, young block? What up, player? And they're always by the fucking porn shop. They're always by the porn shop. But my point is that, like, why are we pushing the prejudiceness that we're trying to get out of the community? And then, like, why are we villainizing males when they are also pushing that toxic male culture? My favorite part about the industry is that they'll start talking about, like the mainstream industry for porn will go out there and fucking be like, and I quote, oh, we need to understand that the models are a person, that they're people, and respect them as such. Right? Also the industry. Oh, this person? Yeah, he's the biggest black cock you could possibly get. We're still using terms as big black cock? Really? We're still using terms like that? Like, we're still using terms like tranny in the industry? Like, are you fucking serious? We're still using terms as ebony in the community, in the industry? Seriously? Seriously? Ebony? You're still using those terms. But you're nuanced, right? You're still hip. Get the fuck out of here, man. You guys are... The industry is some of the most grossest behavior fucking places, run by the most toxic fucking males out there. And there are women out there that help perpetuate that fucking nonsense talking point. There are women out there that will go out and be like, why are you raising your prices? You do know that individual creators can't help you. Mind you, they themselves have never asked for anybody to actually do anything. And all they have ever done is work with the mainstream industry. Oh, oh, I'm not going to be doing porn with someone that's not mainstream industry. I'm sorry, why the fuck? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be 100% honest. That is a stupid talking point too. The mainstream industry has not been hot in years. Yes, some well-known porn stars, and do not get me wrong, I am not downing porn stars for being a part of the mainstream industry. I just think that they do better on their own than they do in the mainstream industry. That's fine. You did Ultimate Surrender. You did some really hardcore porn. There is people out there for that. But you want to know something? I appreciate more people out there that started on their own and then built themselves up to industry, to like the same standard as industry, meaning same quality of porn as the industry. See, that's my thing. I like that because that garners a lot of respect. Penny Barber is a really good example of that. Penny Barber started on like fucking like not even camcorder work, like doing it on a cheap camera and like Microsoft Movie Maker. That's where they started. And guess what? Look at their videos now. High quality shit. Penny Barber is like the pinnacle of porn in a lot of cases. I mean, I'm not talking about Penny Barber because of the fact that, you know, she's super fucking hot, intelligent, really fucking cool, and everything. Oh, no, I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm sorry, who's my fanboy showing? It's not like she's ever going to see this anyway, so that's perfectly fine. The point is that people like Penny Barber have started at the bottom, now we're here. Like that song. Started at the bottom, now we're here. And Penny has always been really good at what she did. Like, that's like, if I had to give everybody a superhero that describes their way of doing stuff in the industry and being really cool at what they do, Penny Barber would be the Wolverine. Like, the Wolverine of the industry, because, like, she's the best at what she does. Like Wolverine always says, she's the best at what she does. And it's like, it's the same thing for other people that have industry companies, right? We need to start building a culture that's less toxic when it comes to porn. But we can't build a community that's less toxic with more toxicity. That's not how it works. The industry is lost. That shit is, like, its boat has sailed. Plus, most industry porn is not good. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, like the industry stopped being stopped being important when OnlyFans, Just for Fans, and everything else came out, and Clip for Sale. When those shits came out, the industry lost its standard. It lost what it was trying to be. Because it's supposed to provide for everybody, but now the way that they have built their culture, they only provide for those that are in the mild interest that they are into. They put value on someone's race and gender, and put descriptors on them to add to said value. That's not how that should work. You should build it on someone's name, not what or who they are. But what the fuck do I know, right? I'm just some amateur porn star that started his own work over time, that only specializes in ABDL. Like, what do I know? The point that I'm making is that I want people that are listening to understand this. When it comes to the individual creators, when it comes to individuals building their name, right? I want you to understand that I appreciate you. Whether you're male, female, transgender, non-binary, anything out there under the sun, I respect you. I think that you are some of the most talented and most awesomest people to be doing what you do. I admire that. The industry, let me put it this way, right? And let me also, because I'm going to end it on here. The industry, and why I constantly say that the industry isn't as good as it used to be, right? Have you ever watched a video from Kinked? Have you? I go to a sex club, right? That plays porn on their screen. Half of the scenes that I watch on there, most of the dudes in those scenes have no idea what the fuck they're doing, because they've never done stuff like that before. And if they have, they don't really know what they're doing, and there's like no talking and no lead up and nothing. And it's just happening. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have never watched porn and been so disinterested in my entire life. And this is only with industry made porn. Like, I'm just disinterested. Because they can't do a rope scene that's hot. They just do a rope scene sex. What? Like, what the fuck is that? Then they do all of this stuff, and it's just not good. It's like, it's not really a scene. It's not a scene as it is just happening. It's just happening. There's no actual play. It's just something that's happening. That's a problem. It shouldn't just happen. It should be something that's fluid, something that gets them moving. There's some play, there's conversation, there are words to be said. I just need to like, yeah, take the stick. Yeah. The fuck is that? But that's because the industry doesn't know what's hot anymore. It's literally run by these old men that haven't changed the way or views of sex in like 50 fucking years. They're still playing to the idea that sex is the same way it was in the 60s. Porn like Ice Cream Man porn stash, guy with mullet. Like, what? It's like, no, guys. There's story, there's conversation. That's why individual creators are so good. Let me give you an example, right? Just an out there example. This will be the only time I will bring up this company in such a light, because this particular company did work that was actually really good. And they do from time to time, even though I don't like them based on their personal beliefs, something they did creatively was actually something that actually was good. And I hate to admit this, but AB Dreams, for instance, did something that was actually fucking good. There's a 5-video set that they did called Sorority, what was it? Sorority Girl Punishment, I think, or something like that. Or Kidnapped Sorority Girl, or Sorority Girl Kidnapped Part 1, there's like 6 videos. It has, what's her name? Odette. It has Odette in it. And it is really, really fucking good shit. It actually is like an entire storyline, an entire play. There's words being said. It's not just this quiet play of this girl just sitting there tied up in rope and going, I've been hit with dick. No. It actually is something that was actually fucking good. Like, it was actually compositionally some of the best work that they have ever done. God, that coming out of my mouth felt like fucking poison. Oh, God, excuse me. Compositionally, that was actually pretty good. For instance, here's another thing. Individual work before that, other than that toxic ass group of people, is like, let me use Ella Rain, actually. Ella Rain and Iris, right? The two of them did a video together, and it was fucking awesome. I make fun of Ella, and I know she's probably going to hear about this and be like, that son of a bitch! She's not going to scream like that, but I know she's going to run at me because I constantly bring this up. Like, there's one video that she did where her and Iris is walking down the street. She runs up behind Iris, captures Iris, brings her home, and then diapers her and makes her look like, and then, like, keeps her captured as, like, her diaper slave, right? That's an actual video that actually did happen. I make fun of that video, and that video is one of my favorites, because there's a camera run, right? But there's no hand movement. So, I've been joking with Ella about this. I've been joking with Ella about this, because I said, because there's no hand movement, I just think she's running like this, like Naruto running. So now, my mind, every time I see the video, I just imagine her Naruto running and capturing Iris and taking her home. And I was like, I kind of wish there was like a jutsu used here. It was so good. It's funny because there's no hand movement. Because usually when you run like this, or like people usually have hand movement in order to go with the rhythmic of running. The only ones that don't are Naruto guys that are running like this. So yeah, it's the point that I'm making is that there is a vast difference to the industry standard and then there is to the individual standard. Individual people that do porn individually know what you're into. They understand it because the reason why they cater to it is because they themselves are into it. Why do you think it's so bad that the industry doesn't understand? Why do you think it's so bad? That's why. It's a problem. It definitely is. But yeah. The industry could be so much better, and it's just not, and it's sad. But anyway, we're going to take another break here, and then I'll be back with more to talk about. I'll be back in just a moment.